Yo, what is good, my people? It is hump day, it's community day, it's Wednesday. We're gonna listen to some creations, have some fun. Did you, did you like the chaotic, odd, weird, bonkers, modular thing this morning? It's actually a combination of a few different racks. Sounds like space. What's up, Tom? Saffron, Javar, welcoming you guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Before we figure out what we're doing, let's see. Hey! Gotta respect the gazelle. Thank you, Scruffy. I appreciate you, homie. Hope you're doing well over there. 8 months. Wow. Dude. It seems so recently that you were injected into our community, and now 8 months. That's a while. DJ Empirical, reigning champ. 50% of the reigning championship body team? I don't know. I actually haven't heard from Zamarit, so I don't know if he's going to be on today. But I do believe that Steven will be. So, stoked for that. And let's just check really quick what the Discord is doing over here. Tom is in. All right. Tom is in. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5. Tremties will not be with us today, but he's got one in here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. As I mentioned, this will be my last submission for a while. Oh, I wonder what's going on. I think I missed this. It must be in a different thread. All right. Well, we've got 5 in the queue so far. And that means we've got time. Got a good hour or so. I'm thinking maybe we should just play. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking about playing. Let's do that. Let's turn off all of these. That was a whole lot of something, huh? All right, we'll keep our multimeter on, but we're going to turn those guys off here. And we'll put in one more instrument. Whoa. Hey, by the way, who has 2 thumbs and put in notice at his job yesterday? DJ Empirical. Nice, dude. Excellent. So, things are going well on the sound front, I take it. How's the podcast business over there? Nice, nice, nice. Dude, congratulations. That's a fantastic feeling, isn't it? Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Well, I went through the sounds. I went through the sounds that were made on Monday and Tuesday last week. In Massive, the video game sounds, the 8-bit sounds. There were 685 total, and it was near around it was a little bit over 2 hours each chunk of production time. So yay us. Got a whole bunch of freaking sounds out. I was thinking that it might be fun just to actually just make some sound effects today. Kind of in that same 8-bit realm, but not so much like character movement and all the like typical stuff. maybe get kind of wacky. It's time, or it will be in a few weeks. I'm at a place where I can do more work, so something has to give. Okay, dude. Nice. Yeah, that's a very exciting point to be reaching. Big ups, man. This is awesome. Let us know what we can do to help you as the community. All right, so one thing that I didn't do a lot of is noise-based stuff, but I was kind of figuring other people on the team will probably deliver that kind of stuff. So what if we just kind of get into good old like wackadoo mode and just start playing with really weird ideas and then play with random, right? We forget that our synths can actually do random sometimes. So uh, let's try doing that. And I was also thinking some kind of hyper speed type stuff too. Um, yeah. All right. Let's see what we get up to. Wackadoo, right? I know. It's a word that I still continue to use for some reason. All right. Mostly square, a little bit of saw. Hey, Javar, how is the learning of the new gear going? Well, I don't know if it's gear. I mean, it might all be software. Yeah, excited and nervous. That's a great way to describe that moment right there. Got faith in you, homie. Do you have yourself up on some freelance websites? Now that you have experience with podcasting, you can kind of become a go to for other podcasters. It's the biggest growth sector in broadcast media by a mile. Um, and if you're on like Upwork or anything like that, you will get stuff in front of you constantly. The early activities. Cool. Cool. Javar says it's going good. Found they had posted actual workbooks and a full set of learning tutorials with it. Oh, nice. Yay. Welcome to 2022. Nice. That's awesome. All right, let's make some sounds. See what ends up coming out of us here. Let's go maybe 2 octaves up this time. Start with a little LFO action. Maybe we'll do something like this, and let's put a long decay on this. And let's make it just a little bit shorter. Yeah. Cool. All right, so this could be like maybe a weapon, or maybe if we step it down in the let's go steps down in the filter. That's what we'll do. We're gonna go dunk, 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 dunk. We'll call it 4. Oops. We'll call this a 4, and we will set this at maybe quarter notes. And we are currently operating at 88. Let's bump this up to like maybe 140 or so, maybe 150. And let's set this to modulate our filter. And we'll make it a low pass. Set our mix all the way through that. Maybe eighth notes. Don't really like it for that, but I do kind of like it for this. That'd be a cool like teleport sound or magic sound. All right, let's increase our decay again. I know we just brought that back, but let's increase that just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So we're just going to bring this back just a hair. let's record these. Maybe we'll put some pitch shifting on this right after. So I'm thinking that I'd like to do something totally different for next month's community challenge. And um, hold on. Sometimes I have a hard time talking and thinking at the same time. Apparently, I need to put my input to my bus. There we go. But looking for some input. And I'm kind of wanting it to be more of a mm, almost like a sound flip or a beat flip uh, competition instead of just like, hey, make whatever you want with these 50 sounds kind of thing. Instead, we start with something a little bit more specific, um, and work around it. Um, and there's a lot of source material to pull from. So I'm just kind of wondering, if we were to go in that kind of a direction, what would you guys be most excited to flip? Yeah, Tom, you probably have some good insights for teaching empirical there, getting started. Yeah, and remember that there's the distinct difference in approach between something like Fiverr, offering a specific service for a set rate, versus general freelance, where you can either bid on or accept gig offers that are more open ended and flexible. I have found very good, long standing relationships and clients through general portfolio or freelance stuff. Create a portfolio, you turn it on for a couple of days, like you turn on your availability for a couple of days, and you have some conversations with some folks, and you agree to a couple of things, and then you just turn everything off again, and just really focus on those couple of things. Because 9 out of 10 times, as long as you're selecting the right kind of work, those people are going to keep doing their thing. And all you have to do is just prove that you know what you're doing and that you're passionate about keeping it going for them in the right direction. And that's it. Because you're solving a big thing for them. And they want consistency. They don't want to have someone different each time. It really is kind of the secret to that whole side of it. Beard grooming lessons, because boy, your beard is glorious. That's awesome. Paul is here from sunny Maryland, back from shopping. What did you miss? We checked our submissions. We have a handful in the queue already. We'll get started listening in an hour or so. And I'm going to make some wackadoo, some kind of left of center 8-bit sounds. I was saying we bounced 685 total sounds out of the live streams on Monday and Wednesday last week in those 8-bit sounds. So I figured I'd just chill out and make some really cool, weird stuff. Regular customers are the best. Where do you post that freelance availability? So you don't really know the people. So you don't really need to post it anywhere. I would join something like Upwork or something, which is, it's kind of like a general marketplace for talent where people will go and post gigs, they'll post jobs, they'll post needs, and then you go and you bid on those, or people can reach out to you. They're looking for talent, so they go in and they actively search for someone who knows about podcasting and post audio or whatever, and then you come up in that queue and you can have examples of your work there. You can have a profile image, some descriptions. You can have feedback from previous clientele and stuff like that. So you do want to pick up a few things kind of early on and get really good feedback and offer them great feedback in return, because both sides are looking for a good reputation and a good outcome out of every single interaction, because their rating depends upon it, right? And the nice thing about services like this is that everything goes into escrow, right? So you're going to get paid no matter what, and you can agree on whether you're going to work hourly or for a flat rate or a contract or whatever, but it's got to be through the platform, and it's for your best interest, especially when getting started, because you have no idea in the world how to navigate these waters when you're first getting started. You know what I mean? And oftentimes people want to do well and have good experiences their first time, so they'll they'll just let the client, who oftentimes isn't the best trained client yet either, and they don't know how to describe what they want or they need, and things drag on, and you're getting less and less per hour the longer it goes, and it's just kind of a, a crummy experience. um, but when you have a platform that's kind of built to move everyone through this workflow fairly efficiently and set all of the terms in advance, have the money put in escrow in advance, then regardless of the outcome, good or bad, you're going to get paid, which is really important because it means that you have the ability to do another job, right? You can survive another day and get another job, and see what happens. So it's good. It's good. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Um, the some kind of competition or something question. Yes. Okay. So I'm thinking about retooling the monthly challenge. Maybe not forever, but for the next month. I was thinking about doing a couple of things differently in the next month, because we're coming up on 1,000 people on the channel, and um, it's just fun to change things up every once in a while. But anyway, I was thinking maybe something more like a sample flip or like a beat flip challenge, where everyone is working from the same thing, and then as the month progresses, we could toss a couple more things in. I part of me wants to do this because I really want to test the waters with a sample flip channel on the Discord, because I think it would be a lot of ongoing fun. Um, but there's like some mechanical stuff that I'd like to work out with y'all in advance of that. So I was thinking that maybe we could do this on the monthly challenge. Javar says, I was watching another streamer that was just randomly browsing Fiverr and paying for different services. One of them was a guy that would do a video of him eating however many of bread you wanted him to on camera. How many ever slices of bread? Oh my goodness. I also do word of mouth, says Tom. I ask customers that use me a few times to spread the word, and if new customers reference my customers, I give my old customers tiny discounts or allowances. Yeah, I do that all the time. All the time. The other thing I do is I reward long-standing relationships. So instead of, I know that this is really backwards, but this is the clients that are, um, how do I say this? Um, if I'm selling like big sample libraries or something like that, the price must go up over time, just simply because of the lay of the land and competition and survival and all of that. Um, but people that come for certain types of training, um, I will actually see their rate go down over time in a lot of cases. I think that it's important to find different ways to reward people for um, just their time and commitment over time, right? Even when you're in like this monetary relationship with them, you know, everybody likes being treated well. DJ Empirical says sample flips are fun. Hell yeah! All right, where were we? All right, let's record these. All right, set all of these to no input, and we'll move them down here. All right, now if we have a second envelope going up in pitch, let's say maybe it's going up like 3 octaves. It's going up this whole time. And let's say that we're also going to go back to this LFO and increase, our stepper, and increase our rate. So now we have kind of like a power up kind of thing. So let's just increase our rate. Maybe just a little bit bigger here, and maybe linear instead of concave. Okay, we'll record these. And of course we can go down the opposite way as well. Let's see what those sound like here. Yeah, let's go even further. All right, so we'll record those. Cool. So now we've got power ups and power downs. I was saying something about a pitch shifter. Let's do some pitch shifting. Our routing here. All right, and let's take off this LFO here. All right, so we're going to put our stepper on our pitch down. And maybe just a little bit lower. And we'll speed that up a bit. And we're going to extend our envelope just a bit more. All right, so we're going to record these. And we'll go up. Yeah, we'll record those. Cool. Tom is saying, I gave a discount of 33.3% to a long-standing client for a 6-track master. Didn't take too long, and it still paid pretty well. But they remember I did that and gave me 3 other fully paid masters for other musicians. Boom. Javar says, I also discovered just this morning that Portal likes to lock up at Cubase when I do certain things like shift click on a button, but oddly, I can get it back if I open the task manager and click on Cubase and close the portal window. That's so weird. It's all these little workarounds that you discover over time, right? Tom is saying, Chris, I have a logic question if you have some time later. After I sample a loop by transient and it produces that MIDI file with the ascending scale to trigger different parts, how do I get that MIDI file when I open a new session with the sampler? Um, how do you get that MIDI? Wait, how do I get back that MIDI file when I open a new session with the sampler, like in Recycle? Oh. Okay, so like if you've got an audio file, how do you convert that to MIDI? Gotcha. Is that right? Is that what you're asking? It's just a couple step process actually. Let's copy this. So I leave the original there. And I'm just going to do this in the audio editor down here. So first, what you have to do is turn on flex. And then after flex is on, you're going to set flex to flex pitch. And then once it's in flex pitch, you're going to go down to edit and analyze audio for flex editing. Okay, so now that that's in there, once you can see like your pitch information and whatnot in here, you might want to quantize your notes. So you might want to set this to like chromatic. Select all of your notes. So everything is right on the grid because this makes it easier. Oh, Control E function. Oh, well, hold on a second. Let me finish this one then. After that, you just go create MIDI track from flex pitch data, and then that will give you a sample of MIDI. And you know what? It's incredibly hit and miss in Logic. Yeah, look at this. It's trying to figure out all those different modulations. That was kind of a tricky file. I forgot I had the multi-pitch thing happening. Okay, so Control E. Yeah, if you do it on a simple tonal thing, it works pretty much every single time. As long as you quantize the pitch before you do the converting to MIDI. So you can kind of reverse engineer all sorts of stuff inside of Logic within a few keystrokes, which is cool. Okay, so back to this one. What is the Control E function? Is this when you are um, playing something and you're capturing the audio, but it didn't register the MIDI, so you got a keystroke to bring up the MIDI that was just played? Is that the one? It's been forever. Because that is, shoot, it's like MIDI recall or something like that, and it's up here. Put it in a sampler. Oh, by transients. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so if you just right click on any audio file and you go to convert, you can go to convert new sampler track, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to do this by the region or the transient markers? And you just click transient marker. And then it'll chop it and give you all of the corresponding MIDI. Wow, it really looked at every single little bit in there. See what that one sounds like as we roll through it. Yeah, it's it's trying to figure out all of those little echoes. So the issue you have is opening a new session and finding that MIDI file. Oh, I see. Okay, so if you're opening up a brand new um, if you want to save this instrument for a future project, you could do a couple of things. You save the patch here inside of the sampler, and then you can recall it. You can also, if you right click on a MIDI clip and then go to export and then add to loop library, you can add that directly to your loop browser over here, and then that'll bring up the sampled instrument. Is that kind of what you're wanting? Yeah, because in Reason, the Rex2 file just makes the MIDI appear. Yeah, so that's what I would do is I would right click on this and then go to export and then go to add to loop library. And then what that's going to do is over here you've got all of these green loops and blue loops, obviously, right? The green ones are MIDI, but these will launch the sampled instrument in its current saved state as well as drop in the MIDI with it. So that's probably what you should do. Does that make sense? Yeah, there you go. And then the other thing that you can do is you can organize these quite nicely. You can also export MIDI and export sampled instruments and audio files from that same right click right here, and start putting them into a directory. And then you could just browse those under all files. You can create your own bookmarks over here. You have a bookmarks folder, and you can quite literally just put things in here. So with just one click, you can start browsing like a highly specific selection of stuff. Sometimes it takes a couple of clicks, but Logic has got a bunch of really well thought out integrated workflows. That's for sure. Did I just delete my... No, I didn't. Okay. I thought I deleted my instrument for a second. You bet, dude. Hope it helps. Okay, and I just recorded that one, right? Yeah, okay. So, let's get back to our synth here and do something else with it. All right, so right now we've got this envelope here controlling this pitch, and we've got the stepper controlling the filter and the frequency shifter. Now what we could do is we could add another modulator to manage either some ring mod or some FM. That'd be kind of fun. Or we could modulate the wavetable position. Let's do LFO, and let's switch this to a square, and let's sync this to say 30 seconds. And instead of a phase, let's try a ring mod first. And let's pitch this up a couple of octaves. Nah. Let's move on to the phase idea. I like that better. So it's going to come out like an FM, right? So if we bring this up to a 32, and we bring our steps down, like maybe a 16. And then we put a little phase on that. Or flange, maybe. Let's go with the phase. All right, now let's get our, where is it, our regular envelope. Bring our decay back a bit. And then let's put this through a delay. Let's turn off that phaser for a second. All right, let's run through these. I think this might be a little too quick. Yeah, we should probably stretch this out a bit. Let's invert that really quick. Bring back our feedback and our dry on this. Let's bring our D out. Let's start fresh. Let's do a little reversal thing here. Coffee and eggs achieved. Nice. Gyoza this morning, huh? Nice, Saf. Stop teasing Tom. It's 2. I'm on a diet. Oh, man. Sorry, Tom. Oh, dude, that sucks, Saf. You've got an alarm right next to the stove. That sucks. Shumai. Damn it, Paul. Oh, that's awesome. All right, back to our little square thing here. Let's do a performer. Let's do a reversal. We'll do a 2-step reversal mod. We'll do a filter sweep with this. And what kind of sound should we put through it? Let's do let's do a LFO. We're going to do a ramp, sawtooth, and let's go down a few octaves. And we're going to increase the rate there. Okay, we're going to increase our rate here. Let's just bring everything else down so I can find a decent stopping point, and we'll just make this a 16 bar. Not so sure about this one. I think maybe I'll use an envelope instead. And we'll come down, set this. Okay, cool. So we've got a cool little thing. Now let's put a second synth into play. We're going to send this one through filter 2, and we're going to parallel these. And let's set this one up an octave, and maybe it also has an LFO, but this one will be synced so we can make sense of it. And maybe it's just going to be a 1-octave leap, and it's going to be a square wave, and we'll set it to 16ths. And we'll just bring that up like this. Oh, mix. And we will set a low pass on this one as well, and we will set the same filter modulation. Cool, so now all we have to do really is affect the decay here to get the kind of timing we want. And then let's just take our high shelf down on this. And our lows. We're actually going to flip this maybe. Maybe that's a little bit better. All right, cool. cool. So we'll put a tiny little delay in there. No. Instead, maybe some release. Cool, let's record these. And let's go put this one on a different track here. All right, let's switch this up. We're going to go down an octave on this. And we're going to set this one to sync. We're going to bring our decay way back and our attack back here. A little bit more, and we're going to put an extra release on there. Let's bring this up a bit more. All right, so we're going to bring this back just a tiny touch. And this one is good. All right, let's record these. All right, we're going to take this one up, this one down one more octave. Okay, and we're going to give these a little bit of verb. Actually, we're going to put a delay on first. Super, super tiny with a fairly loose grip on them. And then we're going to put our second one right after it. Bring this way back, 30 seconds and 24ths. let's get this release dialed back a little bit. Let's see what these sound like with a little more length on them. All right, let's flip this first LFO. Hey, it's 11:30. I wonder how many more entries we have. Let's check it really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. What are you guys talking? Diet and food, huh? Paul, big ups on the weight loss. COVID has brought weight, man. Yeah, being injured and being stuck inside has put weight on me too. Mm-hmm. Oh man, now I'm hungry. Mukata, yeah. All right, we made those sounds. Let's start over again. And let's do some kind of weird little runs. So we're going to set this here, and we're just going to work in the piano roll for just a bit. And let's set this to be like a nice little tight pluck with just a little bit of release on it. Okay. And we'll just get rid of that. And let's say we're going to operate in let's do 1 bar at a time here, and we'll just kind of increase as we go. All right, we'll start with C first. That seems fair. I'll do 30-second notes. Let's stick with C. It's over here. All right. Let's put this one up a bit. There we go. Okay, and this one should probably actually be... All right. So we're just going to print a few of these, and we're going to do them at different speeds here this time. Let's change this one to 1.8. Let's see what this sounds like. And let's switch this to like 240 and see what this sounds like. And what does this sound like at, say, 360? Hmm. 320. All right, we were down at 150, I think, originally. So now we've got these 4 different speeds. Hey, Andremia's here. What's up, dude? How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Cheetos, huh? Cheetos. I get that. Man, I haven't had Cheetos in a long time. Man. Tom says, there's something about Chris's sample creation that gives me commitment issues. I'd save every preset on Massive and never use them. You know, that's just it. Uh this isn't really about presets, these kind of sounds. It's more of like what's happening as you're actively like moving things with a basic waveform, really. Um and I feel like once I capture them in audio, I don't really need to go back um into that preset. You know, it's the whole mental mind trap of staying in MIDI um because you feel as though you have control over it. Um but it's just wiggling air. So we're fooling ourselves. uh, okay, so another fun thing to do, pattern-wise, is to have these kind of opposite currents going. So let's see here. If we've got this C, maybe we'll start this one here. Oops. Oh, right, of course, because I am supposed to be stuck in C right now. But these always sound kind of magical. Finishing higher than we started. Cool. That one actually got a little high, huh? All right, let's record that. I have no idea where we go next. Say 200. Nah, even faster. 250. Not really a fan of this one, actually. What if we just... Oh, that's why I've got these guys way up here. Well, now I kind of don't like this one. Eh, whatever. Let's take this whole thing back to here. What if we skip those 30-second notes on the way down? Pitch shifter. Oh, pitch shifter. Dig it. And let's stick all of those down somewhere. Also, you know what? I don't think I even saved this thing, so let's save this. What is the? Oh wow, it's June 1st, huh? We'll call this game over. And ADD. So okay, so if we're gonna do a sample flip, you guys, if we're gonna do like a sample flip style competition this coming month, what kind of sample is it? Like, what kind of file are we flipping? Is it a beat? Is it I don't want to do a vocal line, um, but some kind of hook. Um, Paul says, ashamed to admit I used some presets yesterday without altering first. They were perfect as is, though. Subsequent effects always appropriate. Bunch, welcome in. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with presets. There's nothing wrong with presets. Truly. 90s arcade type beat. You could pick a song, rights free music, maybe a specific genre. Yeah, yeah. About a few selected loops from your sample packs that kind of makes a track, and we need to interpret that in our own way. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I was thinking that like my mind has gone in a few different directions with it. One is, okay, here's a little like 4 bar thing. And it's got like a little beat, it's got a bass line, it's got um it's got a lead, right? Maybe it's got a pad, something. I need to bring this down to my original BPM. Um right, and then delivering that in stems. So it's like, here's the entirety of the thing, this is what it sounded like originally, and then let people kind of play with the stems however they like a remix competition, if you will. But it's such a short sampling of an idea that people could kind of take it in whatever direction they want. Um, but kind of interested to know what people's thoughts are on this. And then, of course, allowing people to enter as many times as they like, right? Because it's such a short little snippet and you would have so many different ideas, right? Yeah, kicking this idea around. Let's see here. Almost noon. Wow, it's going to be a really simple um, listening party this month, I think. And Dremties isn't even here for this one. And I still haven't heard from Zameritz, so I think it's probably safe to assume that we're not going to see Zameritz today. Before we stop playing with video game stuff, let's turn off this pitch shifter. Probably want to cap the timing per track if you let someone submit a few times, because Paul would give you a symphony. Yeah, right. Oh, well, another thing that I was thinking of this month is maybe not restricting it to just subscribers for the community challenge. Um, that's another thing that I was playing with was, okay, so what if instead of just the subscribers getting the sound pack that they work with, right? They get a separate pack this month, but then everybody is working from the same thing, just to kind of bring in some fresh folks into the mix, different ideas. I just keep thinking about how Feedback Fridays have become um, Like there's so much momentum with them. Um, and the monthly challenge thing almost is kind of subtracting from people's ability to work on their own tracks each week, right? Because they're working all week to come and get feedback and then improve them. And man, is it working, right? So I'm kind of thinking, well, what if we had something that was a bit more short form, right? Something that people could kind of do in one sitting, perhaps even do a few in one sitting. Um, yeah, yeah, and then just have them have people upload with the information in the title, right? Like 4 bar 120 BPM or whatever, and we toss it into the DAW and we loop them. Just put everybody's name on a track and keep it all inside of a DAW, and then we could maybe make something with it, right? You bore yourself, Paul, after 20 minutes. You're like, all right, I've heard this. Yeah, if Paul were to hit play and then fall asleep and just record the whole thing, phone it in. Oh, look, we have a basic sound again. That's one thing that I didn't really do is like startup sequences and end up sequences. I did put together various chip tone sequences, but they weren't in um they were much more for effect, right? Like completion, achievement, death, damage, that type of thing, right? But then there's also these, like, right, right, stuff like that. And sometimes that kind of stuff falls right out of me, and other times I really stumble. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I think I might need to spend a little bit of time making some of those. And maybe a couple long form level ups. Those epic moments. Yeah, dead air is awkward. Final Boss Chan, and he cramped 8-bit metal, dubstep, trap, power metal, hardstyle, Neuro D&B, and Eurodance in 3 minutes. Whoa. Whoa. Yo, what up, Nano? How you doing, man? Hmm. Yeah, sometimes I just put on generative ambient modular stuff and just let it go and I'll sit with it. I'm pretty big on whenever Nico's energy starts to spin out of control, I'm pretty quick to put on some generative ambient stuff. It's like instant calming. Tom says the day I discovered the unison page on Massive, it changed me. Yeah, the voicing page over here, it's ridiculous what you can do. One note. Set this thing up to 12 over here. It's all rumbly with 9 voices. Let's go to 5. A little THX action. 8-bit style. Yeah, the unison page, the voicing tab is really great. Really awesome. Yeah, you can get some really nice stuff out of Massive pretty darn easily. Old trusty. Ooh, Saf making the breaking the 20-minute barrier a couple of times. And Andremi has been wanting to make an hour-long song. Yeah. Empirical made a 45-minute ambient piece. Be the backing of his old band's live sets. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, yeah. When we stopped playing, there would always be audio going. Yeah, that's a really good thing. Oh, Ben, good to see you, homie. Well, you can actually set up a pretty easy like if you were to go full sawtooth here, and then bring in another one that's like 1 octave up, and maybe like a 7th or something. And then maybe let's just run all of this through filter 1 and roll off just the very highs here. And now that we've got those, and of course you could start to really play with that, right? You could gonna leave that sustain up. I'm gonna go back over here to our voicing and drop that right here. So if you were to come back over here and reduce that attack time. We have to change our monophonic. The voicing tab. Tom, you're making me go down memory lane here. "35 years, we have never shown this. View the never-before-seen score of Deep Note, THX's audio trademark created by Dr. James A. Moore, former employee of Lucasfilm. Deep Note debuted at the premiere of Return of the Jedi on May 25th, 1983, 35 years ago. Man, I'll tell you what. I remember going and seeing a Return of the Jedi and just being like, what? This thing in our tiny little theater in Aloha, Oregon. And it sounded like something crazy. Can I save this? Yes, I can. There we go. I'm going to post this to the Discord. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dun, dun, dun. It's this one? Yeah. Cool. Now it's on our Discord. Now everybody can see it. This is awesome. Thank you, Tom. THX Noir. THX Noir. It's a new genre. That's hilarious. All right, I think we're only going to have a small handful of entries this month, which is fine. It'll be chill. How does it sound at 1,138 ppm? Oh man, right? Threatening musical notation, right? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. "30 voices at random pitches between 20 or 200 and 400 hertz. All voices proceed direct to target note." Right. So that is basically what's happening here inside of Massive. When you look at it, what we could do is switch this to chord, and now it's no longer moving toward a kind of centralized distribution. It's more looking at the chord, which is what they're looking at as well, right? So when you play this cacophony of, they said 20, so if we were to increase this to 20, and we were to take down these other two oscillators, so now it's just 20 voices off this one sawtooth. And if we were to take off our modulation here, there's the 20 voice cacophony. They just have it all chord style. Okay, well, now we're just sharing comp. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, hold on a second. Look at this. This is what DJ Berkel just linked to. Oh my goodness. Wow. Greek. Greek and math combined. I love the comments. Is this music? Oh, that's hilarious. That's a good find. I know. That face, Andremi, it sums it right up, right? All right, so I'm going to top off my coffee, and I'm going to give DJ Empirical a call. You guys will probably listen in on a little hot mic moment. And then we'll listen to the entries, the submissions for this month. Yeah, we'll take it from there. I'm going to shut this down, and maybe we'll go back up here. Save this whole thing. Turn these guys back on. And give you guys some weird modular stuff to listen to. 150. I had this thing all the way down at like 88 or something this morning. Oh yeah, it's way too fast. Let's take it even further down. I think it was 88 this morning. Let's try 60. It still seems very fast. These guys are operating at their own rate. I have not seen reaktor not glom on to the external clock properly before. These are fun. Hey, Heidi's here. Some pretty wild stuff. What's it going to sound like if we do just these two? Bring this up to 16ths again. Now that is wackadoo. Hey, Eric is here. What's going on, man? All right, seriously, I'm going to go top off my coffee, and then I'm going to call DJ Empirical. And I guess I'll just say good luck with this modular stuff that's happening in the background here. Hopefully it doesn't take you too far off the rails. You know, I want to say that my Be Right Back picture isn't the right one. Oh, I am right. Let's fix that really quick. Where is this? Filters, properties. Documents. Let's find this right file really quick, and then I'm gonna leave you guys for a minute. What is this? Documents? It's OBS. It's here. And it's which part? It's just the text. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, we're gonna leave it as is for right now. I'll be right back, you guys. creative break. Hey, you are here. You are muted though, and they are hearing our hot mic moment. How's it going, man? Hot mic, hot mic. Check one, check two. Everybody hear us chattering out there? I can hear you. You can't see me. Well, now you can. But I'm going to turn this off so they don't have to see me multiple times. Yeah, because, stuff. It's good to see your face, homie. Let's go say hi to these guys. Shining like the sun. Hey, congrats on giving notice, by the way. Right? Right? Oh, man. Everybody, welcome back, DJ Empirical. Current reigning champion with Samaritan. I'm gonna turn off my my video here. So we have some tracks to listen to, but first, before we do that, how did it feel giving notice? Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, right, man. Well, did it feel a little bit like the last day of school? Or last week, yeah. Oh, right, of course. Typical, right? Who, me? Check one, check two. You can't hear. You can't hear DJ Empirical. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, that's really weird. Let's see. Try talking again.
Okay.
Everybody hear him? DJ muted. DJ muted.
Check.
Check
One,
one,
two,
check
three.
two.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't hear myself echoing back. I thought I did, but maybe I was.
Well, maybe we've got something sorted here. Can everybody hear DJ Empirical out there? Check one, two, three. Everything's good now.
Oh, I hear myself echoing back. Yeah.
Okay, there's the echo,
Wild. Okay. Modern technology, William.
Right? Well, what you guys didn't hear is that he's feeling a bit like the last week of school right now.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I gotta repeat myself. So, yeah. Knowledge transfer sucks, and I felt like it's easier for me to just do the work. So, doing a couple weeks of finishing up some things at work so that and also I don't like to kick the rungs out on my way somewhere else.
Right?
I
Yeah.
or burn bridges, I guess, is the metaphor that's usually used. But
Right? Yeah. Leave peacefully and
yeah.
in good standing at all times.
So
Except for when flipping the table and making a big scene on the way out is appropriate.
yeah, I for reasons of non-disparagement, I won't elaborate, but I am disappointed that I didn't get an exit interview at my old job. Put it that way. Non-disparagement will take my severance back, so I'm not disparaging them, but I wish I got an exit interview.
Oh man, just to have the chance to say a few things, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got an easy one today, I think.
I mean, sometimes they're easy. I'm gonna mess with backgrounds here
Oh,
on the Zoom
nice.
'cause why
Well,
not?
not easy in regards to decision making, but easy in regards to like having time to hear all of
Yeah,
these things. That's
yeah.
for sure.
We could roll around in them a little bit.
Right. Ooh, yeah. Purple Prose brings up a good point. Keeps the stream mysterious, unknown spoken words. We could have like a little MST3K chat going. They could guess what you're talking about.
There we
No
go.
audio. Oh man.
That's funny. Sorry, everyone. I mean, I didn't do it, but you know,
Let's blame
I was.
Zoom. It was
Yeah,
me.
cool.
It
It
was
was
totally
Zoom
my fault, but we could blame Zoom. We
or
don't really have
OBS or.
Streamlabs to blame anymore.
Oh yeah.
But what's going on with the no latency? You notice?
What do you mean?
Well, we're
Oh,
not having to
between.
wait like 5 seconds. You can hear
Oh
me.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's amazing. So
Uh,
Streamlabs, I
yeah.
think this is the first OBS with Zoom
Oh, I
for me.
got it. All right, so you're using OBS to launch Zoom.
I'm just using OBS and no longer using Streamlabs. I got really fed
Oh,
up
I
with it
see.
one
I see
day
what you're saying.
and just started using
Got it.
OBS, and all of a sudden all the latency issues are gone, and
Yeah.
oh man. That's good.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up, Trailer?
when I was just starting using like starting streaming, I was like I didn't know whether to use OBS or Streamlabs, and then I was all the stuff about Streamlabs was coming out, so
Yeah.
I was like I'll just stick with OBS.
It took me a little while to move away from Streamlabs, but I did it.
Well, yeah, once it's it's sunk cost, right?
Yeah, and I still don't have all my commands set up again, and I just did it. It was right midstream, actually. I got upset that Streamlabs was causing crackles in my audio, and
Yeah, I
I
remember.
kicked it to the curb.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trailer. Gutted to miss this month's challenge. Had a track, but no time to finish it. Oh no! Well, you have a few minutes.
Yeah, just mute everybody else.
Yeah, just
Finish
mute
your
us.
track.
Ignore us, man. Nose to the grindstone over there.
Like with one of Damien's beat battles, just like
Yeah.
everybody's working and not paying attention.
You've got 20 minutes, man. Go. You've got Shaper Box, right?
That's right. There you go.
Just use the easy button.
Actually, it's funny with putting in notes to the job. Like I had two lists that I wanted to do. One was stuff that I want to do that I can't because I haven't quit,
Mm-hmm.
and one was at Damien's suggestion, things that I must do before I quit. And that list was empty. So that's what really started the ball rolling. But on that long list of things that I want to do but haven't had a chance, it's like a bunch of like, plugins and stuff that I've gotten here and there that I really want to like explore a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really cool like sequencer that's like I don't even know. I should even go. I'll find it maybe and put it in the Discord later. But it's like an algorithmic, but like it's like step sequencer, but each step is weighted, and I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, very cool.
I made like a generative IDM lead.
Uh-huh.
So like I had a chord progression going and just used this plugin to kind of like plink around within a scale. There's like the note length and pitch in the scale were kind of randomized, but some of it you can unrandomize, so it lands in chords.
Yeah.
It was very complex. I used it a little bit and then did. So like I have a ton of stuff like that I want to mess with. So
yeah. Time to just freaking play for a while, right?
yeah. So
You're Ableton, is that right?
Yeah, Ableton. Yeah. I mean, I use Audition to edit podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I started doing it, I didn't have Pro Tools or Logic or anything then, so
Right.
it seemed like an easy way to go. I don't know.
For sure. And it's kind of an industry standard.
That was definitely part of it. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose I could go somewhere else, but who wants to learn a new DAW, right? If you don't have to.
Right? Speaking of really kick-ass sequencers, often overlooked. Inside of Logic is a tool called Ultrabeat, and it's intended for drums, for drum sequencing and multi-track recording and stuff. But it's got a sampler in there. It's got modulators. It's got modulation envelopes and stuff. And so
Yeah.
you've got like pitch control and stuff. And I've gone to town in that thing. You're talking about that sequencing tool was making my mind
Yeah.
like run through all of the crazy controlled chaos out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was one of those where it's like a person is selling it on Gumroad. It's not like a company. You know what I mean? It was like it's like a Max for Live kind of deal.
Oh,
So
those are the best.
yeah.
Yeah, when like you and 13 other people in the world have it, and
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
you don't quite understand fully how it works, but it makes magic. And
It took there's an audio damage plugin called Axon
oh yeah,
that's like really complex. Well, it's not really complex. It's pretty easy to understand, but the initial curve is real steep. But then once you kind of get it, you can get these kind of random sounding sequences that actually repeat. So it's
Ooh.
very cool, but you have to like take the time and learn it, whatever. So
I love some repeating random though.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely one of those where you need to be recording. You need to dump out 2 or 3 to make sure it like gets what you want.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for real. We should probably listen to some stuff here.
Sure, yeah.
Our guys in the chat. All right. The first one this month is from Tremties, and he says, "As mentioned, this will be my last submission for a while. Hope you like it." And I'm not sure why. I think I missed it. I think that was in a different thread somewhere on the Discord. I need to go track that down and find it. But I guess Tremties is busy right now. Cool. This one is called.
So, technical note is I will listen to the stream, right?
Yes. Yeah, you will.
Okay.
You'll listen to the stream.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I will unmute the stream then.
Okay, cool. This one's called Madness. Man, okay, so this was a lot of fun. And he turned in his homework early this month, too. What'd you think of this one, man?
This is nice. I wrote that because this is his last submission in a while, he made a dozen tracks and just strung them together.
Yes.
So
Yes. I think he'd appreciate that.
yeah,
People are liking this.
yeah, this is fun. Really nice. That filtered intro was really nice. The there's some really nice parallel synth lines going on. I'm always a good fan. I'm always a big fan of parallel stuff. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. His logo was staring at me the whole time, kind of heckling me as I was listening to this. I kept looking at the word madness. This was it was a fun little mashup.
Are you familiar with who Nardwuar is?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Nardwuar, which is Nardwar, is a Canadian figure. He's in the punk scene, but he will interview people and he will do this wild ass research. Like he'll be like, when you were 15 you did this or this happened. He interviewed Dave Cross once and he said, on a plane you had an S&M mask that you put on quietly just to see if people would notice. And David Cross was like, how did you know that? Who? But seriously, who told you? Right? Like it was. Anyway, so in that interview with David Cross, he's like, man, that is some deep, unnecessary research, right? Which I really like that phrasing, right? It's like admiring, but it was like, there's so much going on.
Right.
And that's how I felt about this is like, that is some unnecessary changes, which is not a bad thing. This is a positive quality is like, yes, we're doing all the things today.
He checked every corner in this room. Yes. Yeah.
That's right.
And after seeing the image of Nardwuar, I'm like, yeah, I've definitely seen this guy.
Yeah, he became friends with Snoop Dogg over like a decade of interviewing him, and he oftentimes will give gifts like rare records or I don't know. It's really he's a character. He's a character. Famously he interviewed. I don't want to get this isn't the Nardwuar review show, right? But there's a famous interview with Henry Rollins. I think it's the only Henry Rollins one. That there's a line in there that I will leave that as an exercise to the listener to go check.
Okay, well now I have to go see
line. You will know the line when you hear
it. Oh, I love Henry Rollins.
he's but he's trying to he tries to he's like, oh, I get it, it's a bit, right? He does that to Nardwuar because Nardwuar is he's putting on a character, right? But I don't know. It seems too cool for school to like call out that he's doing a character. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine.
It's like oh shoot, all of a sudden I'm spacing his name. All right, I'm not going to remember it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn it. Comedian just put out a sequel movie. It's called it's like the longest movie name in the world. I'll remember it halfway through this track probably. All right, this one is from you, and it's called A Blueprint for Self-Destruction. You want to say any words before we listen?
It's vibey, and I used Utah Phillips interview for the samples. So.
Okay, Borat, by the way, that's who I was thinking of.
Oh, yes.
Being interviewed by him, you're not actually supposed to call that out, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Cool.
Yes, I joined the Army. Some people learn things the hard way. At least then you never forget it. Life amid the ruins. devastation. I saw an elegant and ancient cultures devastated by the impact of cultural and economic imperialism. And the impact of an army of young men given unlimited license for excess of every kind. Violence, sexual, booze, what have you, drugs. A blueprint for self-destruction. A blueprint for self-destruction. Right then that I decided the idea of manhood that I've been given, that blueprint for self-destruction, it all lied to me about what manhood was. It was up to me to begin to figure out what it really meant. He said, you were born a white man, mid-20th century industrial America. You came into the world armed to the teeth with an arsenal of weapons. Weapons of privilege. Economic privilege. Racial privilege. Sexual privilege. You're not just going to lay down guns and fists and knives and hard, angry words. You're going to have to lay down the weapons of privilege and go into the world completely disarmed. If there's one struggle that animates my life, it's probably that one.
Oh man, I really like this one. It's got such a really nice laid back feel to it, and the dialogue is super super clear. The palette that you're working with is like super supportive for it, but it conjures this feeling. And then all the ear candy, all the little texture bits, it all just kind of fits really, really well. Nice work.
Thank you. Thank you. I did my sort of regular usual trick of using replicant on those toppers,
Yeah.
rendering it twice, and then panning them like halfway each side, so that when they're not doing anything, you get a center channel. But anything that's different, suddenly it's like separated.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely it
Because
does.
replicant has randomization on it, so
Yeah.
I like doing that with topper stuff. So it gives it a little space without like being too complex, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Replica on everything.
Yeah, replicant. That's audio damage.
Oh, replicant. I was thinking
Yeah.
replica from
It's like
Native.
if you know beat repeat in Ableton, it's like that, but you know, good.
But good. Nice, nice. Oh, people like this. People like this one. Lots of feels.
Awesome.
Lots of feels. And Trent the Ampersand, that just sounds like my new artist name.
Love it.
Trent the Ampersand. What would that character even look like on stage, right?
I can't even begin to guess.
I'm thinking maybe a gold chain with the ampersand instead of the dollar sign or the watch, right?
Yeah.
Heidi's got it. All right. Up next is Uncle Chrome. This one is called That's Right. And let's see. Hey, Zev is here. What's up, Will? How you doing? Big ups to Will. He's getting us ready for NAMM this week. Trent the Ampersand. You've just missed it. I have a new artist name. Okay, up next is Uncle Chrome. Yeah, busy indeed, right? Actually, before we go further on this one, I'm going to open this up in a browser over here so we can get a bigger image next to you. Okay, Paul. This one was wild, man. That's right. One of these days, we're going to hit play on one of Paul's videos, and we're going to end up like in a different galaxy.
I thought you were gonna go the other direction. We're gonna end up with just like straight. Like...
Wouldn't that be awesome though?
It would be like Paul's version of Rick rolling.
It would be. It'd just be like a straight 4 on the floor with like a bass line that makes complete sense and a melody
some
that
Knights
wraps
Reb-
up.
Yeah, some Knights of Reb shit comes out of this. Whoa. Yeah, no, this is great. I always want a patch breakdown. Like I'm always like,
Yeah.
my modular brain is like, oh, okay, I think I know what that is, but he hides the cables, I think, for presentation purposes. So
Right.
it's I'm always like, wait, what's going where? What's that noise? There's so much to listen to, right? It's like, I want a good version of panning for gold. Like you're not looking through worthless stuff for good stuff. You're in a sort of creek of great stuff, and you're looking for just cool, shiny rocks.
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. You're like out there collecting the shiny bits.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's a really good way of describing it. Yeah, I have I get kind of lost
Yeah.
when I'm listening to the Uncle Chrome stuff, and the visuals are so incredibly engaging for me because I'm tracking what's happening, but we're not always shown like the full view of what's happening, like you were saying, like hiding the patches and whatnot. So there's this constant trying to make sense of and also being
Right.
lost at the same time.
Well, I remember, the early days of laptop performances, people would make the checking your email joke, but like all it takes is something being tied to the music for it to you can just
Yeah.
hone in.
Yeah.
And so even though with Paul's stuff, like it's hard, even if you're familiar with VCB Rack, it's hard to know what's going on
Right.
where, but there's always something in the visuals that is tied to the audio you're hearing.
Yeah.
And so that keeps you kind of focused.
Right.
It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig it. I dig
Yeah.
it. And there is some sort of special kind of context that comes with those visuals. Man, the dimensional portal gateway thing was very strong in this one though. Absolutely. Those
for sure.
visuals, the it looked like a road or like a river or something that we were being swept away on there.
Yeah, very much.
Everybody's liking this one. Like mixing X-Lax with LSD. You have a bad trip, but know where you're going. Oh, Paul.
Goodness gracious.
This is the sound of crossing to the other world for the first time on Fringe TV show. Yeah, actually. That was a good show. Oh my goodness. Yeah, everybody going to NAMM this year. Go visit Will at the Audio Design Desk booth, and other people will be there too. You could meet Flora. You could meet Jason if you go on Saturday. You could meet Danny, Jonathan, Gabe, the whole crew.
Audio
Just
Design
not me.
Desk, another thing I can work on now that I will, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now that I'll put some
absolutely I
time.
do. You know what
Now that
else?
What's that?
There's some stuff being announced at NAMM this week, of course. And it's one step closer to what we all want. You're going to have more
Awesome.
time to make tracks
Yeah.
and sounds. There's going to be some new ways for you to get your stuff out there soon.
That's awesome. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh, and Paul has linked to what was playing the gold samples in that VCV rack for those who are interested. Oh, Fringe is one of your faves, huh? Nice. Visit me. Visit me. Seriously though, you guys were doing these really awesome raffles with like thousands of dollars worth of stuff in each one. So go and sign up before you go, and then just be there for the drawing or whatever. All right, This next one is from Saffron, because we should probably keep moving in a forward direction here. He says, nothing special. I used what you showed from one of our lessons and mixed it with gold. Oh, cool. Interesting. Okay, nice. So this is snake origami mixing. Copying this over to our straw pull. All right, this is snake origami mixing from Saf. Ooh, hypnotic train station. Says Andremia. Man, Tom says one of my dream goals to go to NAMM and try to irritate Steven Slate. Okay, so you're playing with Reactor on this one. Nice one, Saf. Good and experimental. What'd you think of this one, man?
This is good. I like the syncopated bass drum because if you go back and listen to mine, that bass drum is super syncopated as well. I like that it pulls you through the song, without necessarily being obvious about it. And I thought this one, it's high energy, but it's not a quote unquote banger. This would be weirdly a good peak of an ambient mix, like an ambient DJ mix, like 45 minutes in. That, it's like busy and high energy, but like not. It wouldn't still. I don't know how to describe it. I guess, but
if there was a heavy break behind it, it would be frenzy. But without it, there just isn't that, and you've still got the energy factor. And I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you. There's definitely some peak time energy there.
Yeah, but still like within an ambient context. I don't know. It's atmospheric, but having all the trappings of like high energy dance music, but it manages to thread that needle somehow.
And that single string, speaking of thread the needle, that single string running throughout it added this serious amount of tension to it. Because you've got like this quick flow and this metered beat and this like hesitant string. And
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, would I consider this IDM?
I think I don't want to cut you off, but if this were on like this would if this were on a CD in 1999, like on one of those compilations, I wouldn't bat an eye about calling it IDM.
Yes,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
talking about?
Yes, I do.
Those.
I do. It absolutely
What were those
has
called?
that feel of
Yeah. It
great
would sit with
intention.
like Black Dog.
Yes,
You know, it would sit in with those kind of artists.
it would. It would, yeah. You've got a mic next to you, don't you? I can see it.
I do.
Like there's like
Yeah,
a
here we go.
ghost of. Oh, there it is. I kept saying like this ghostly outline of something.
Yeah, it's
That's awesome.
it's weird, eh?
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
It's very weird.
Super dreamy. You want to put this to video, says Paul. Awesome. Yeah, so I think if you were to put it into the realm of IDM or like brain dance kind of stuff, I would agree. I don't think I'd really bat an eyelash.
Yeah, for sure.
Dark gray electricity raindrops hitting sidewalks or hitting sideways, huh? That's it's not weird. That's the conjuring that you have, and that's freaking awesome. It's very specific. Invisimic.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. Like my hands, it's still. But I think if I move my shirt, there we go. You get a little bit of it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Weird algorithms. They don't know what to do when my shirt is black and my bed's behind me. The bedspread is black, so it's like I don't know where the edges and the mic is black. It's like I don't know where the edges of anything are.
He's a black hole.
Yeah, here.
Paul says, put this to vintage 70s IBM corporate video stock. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. See, there's why the algorithm's having a hard time.
I see. Yeah, you've got different shades of black.
Yeah.
That's awesome. IBM irritable. Oh no. Oh man. Oh, the beach scene on a loop. Yes, Paul. Yes. All right, here we go. Last up in the queue today is Iggy saying, finally making some original stuff. Made something over the past week, loaded gold into a recycled thingy on sampler, also messed around a lot with the rhythm information. I like the new, slower, dark vibes I'm making.
Oh, speak my language.
Oh man, I'm excited to hear this. Here we go. This one's called Gray. Uh, Tom, dude, this one left
Yeah,
me feeling um different. What'd you think of this one?
this is good. This is like like noir kind of montagey scene setting vibes. Yeah.
Hmm.
Very good. I love the low pass with the warble during the verse sections, right? That kind of highlights the vocal bits, and then the great escalation at the end where
Mm.
that synth on the 16s comes in, like dun, 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 like it's
Mm-hmm.
it's a simple trick. It's not even a trick. It's a simple
Maneuver.
thing, but it works every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice work.
Yeah. This is a good example of just understanding the mechanics of music making and production right here.
Yeah, yeah. The sound's immaculate, of course, too.
Of course, because it's Iggy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Dremia shows over end stream. You have too much power, says Heidi. You got her high.
You need like a little video of the old CRTs turning off where the photon just goes to the middle and then fades away.
Oh yeah, now that would be great. That would be great. Yeah, it's true. You've also made Heidi cry too. You do have some power with her. Um, yeah, Tom. There's a few things here, man. But honestly, like the main thing is this palette that you've built. I think it is like the structure is the structure, and your decision making is your decision making. But it's the sounds that you chose. I think that really they all kind of coalesce in this kind of ideal way. And then you've got these vocals. You have a knack for picking vocals that match your sounds very well, regardless of what kind of genre you're working in.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
you also have a way of teasing out uh, the vocal samples that make Splice look really, really good. I think other people roll through
Diplomatic.
Splice the same way they do Netflix, right? 45 minutes
Yeah.
later, they're like, I'm still scrolling and I don't know what to put on top of this kick. Is this the right kick? It's like this land of indecision for a lot of people, and you seem to pull some stuff out of it that just is just straight gold. So
I was thinking this needs one of those anime music videos where somebody cuts a video for it, but only using anime as the source. You know what I'm talking
yes,
about?
yes,
Like the quieter bits of Akira.
yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Oh
not the
man,
actiony stuff, but like the
yes. The
that's
montage,
yeah,
the mellow Kira,
that's right.
the down Kira,
There you go. The
um,
B Kira.
low Kira. Yeah. Okay, so I've put together a straw poll, and it is here. Let me just publish this. We've got Trem Ties, DJ Empirical, Uncle Chrome, Saf, and Iggy create poll. And copy the link. I'm going to post this here. And then we'll put this into our Twitch chat as well. Oops. There we go. I'm going to go back. I'm going to listen to, give us like a little snippet to listen to as we're all voting. But we're going to give you all a few minutes to vote. This first one is a sample of what Trem Ties kicked in. We'll do a little needle drop here too, because he did make 12 songs.
Indeed.
still drop.
Round 2.
Drumtai's made Madness. That's also the name of his track. You can vote for that one. This one is DJ Empirical's entry called A Blueprint for Self-Destruction.
Yes, I joined the Army. Some people learn things the hard way. At least then you never forget it. Life amid the ruins. Children crying. Devastation. I saw an elegant and ancient cultures devastated by the impact of cultural and economic imperialism. And the impact of an army of young men given unlimited license for excess of every kind. Violence, sexual, booze, what have you, drugs. A blueprint.
This one is called A Blueprint for Self-Destruction from DJ Empirical. You can vote for this one. This next one is Uncle Chrome, called That's Right. May cause teleportation. How many layers do you track? Someone asked me yesterday, what's a really good example of multi-track? It's like, Uncle Chrome. Uncle Chrome. You can vote for this one. This one's called That's Right from Uncle Chrome. This one is Snake Origami Mixing from Saffron. Still got a few minutes to vote here. Saf getting experimental with reaktor, always good. Probably don't want to make any like big life decisions or do big online purchases while listening to that. Something tells me something's controlling you while listening to that. This one's called Gray, and it's from Iggy. currently in the lead with 5 votes. Look at this. Were both of these vocal samples altered tempo-wise, Tom? Courtesy of Buffer Override. Nice, nice. All right, so those are your entries for the month. You guys got another minute to vote. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they have a certain kind of slowdown aesthetic to them. I like it.
I love slowing stuff down.
Oh, yeah.
I did a DJ mix called, okay, so the name is a reference to a Motorhead quote. Like they asked about how they mix records, and Lemmy said, everything louder than everything else.
Mm.
So so this mix I did was called Everything Slower Than Everything Else.
I like it.
And it's 12 inches slowed down to 33.
Ooh.
So yeah.
I like that.
It's real nice.
I like that. There are some sweet spots with slowdowns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I had a little YouTube channel where I would slow stuff down and put it on there, yeah. Called it Slow Jams, but slow was spelled like fake French word, Sleaux.
Oh man, we don't have many people in here right now, so I don't know if anyone is gonna remember this, but many moons ago, we're going back probably around a decade or so. We used to have this competition. It was like once a week. I would post it. I think it was my Facebook page, or maybe one of the Facebook groups, and basically it was what was it? And I would post a sound, and it was like stretched out to whatever degree I stretched it out to, and then people would throw up their best guesses in the comments, and it was always such a rollicking good time.
Yeah.
So much fun.
So that back in the heyday of Paul Stretch, like when it was first burning through the web.
Right? Yeah.
I took a Venetian snare song and put it in Paul Stretch and just slowed it down 4x so I'd get a regular beat.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Silly.
All right, I think this one is safe to call. We are happy to call Iggy our reigning champion as of right now. DJ Empirical is passing the torch. We'll see if we can get Tom on. It's the middle of the wee hours for him right now. I don't know, what is it,
Yeah, for sure.
like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or something now?
Yeah, I think earlier he said it was 2 a.m. So yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, it's got to be ridiculous.
But yeah, congratulations. It's good. Nice work.
Oh, maybe I should refresh the results. I thought these were all live, but okay, it is. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Thank you for putting it in our ears. Absolutely. You guys are all incredible. Everybody that participates in this is just absolutely phenomenal.
Really good sounds.
And everybody bringing heat on Fridays, too, for Feedback Fridays lately, too. Man, seriously. All right, so I'm going to put on my thinking hat, and I'm going to come up with a slightly different community challenge this month. And if you guys have ideas and or input, please do get involved in the conversation on Discord. We'll figure this out hopefully by the end of this week, so everybody still has like a whole month to work on this. But I'd like it to be a bit more bite-sized this time, in hopes that we might hear multiple entries from people. I don't know, short-form challenges are fun.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. You could just do like 10-second limit. like make an audio
Ooh.
logo kind of thing, right? Because
Oh,
that shit's hard,
yeah, it really
as you
is.
well know.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, or we
Yeah.
could have a couple different categories.
There you go.
Best 10 seconds and under, best 30 seconds and under, and best 60 seconds and under or something.
Right.
That'd be
Like
fun too.
weight belts in boxing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Weight classes.
The heavyweights and the featherweights and the
Right.
oh, that's hilarious. That would be a good way to do it.
Welterweight.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll put some ideas up in the Discord and we'll have a conversation about it. But whatever comes out of this, this is kind of like a little test for us as a community because I still really want to start an ongoing uh, collaboration channel in the Discord that's all about picking up where someone just left off and see who can grab it first, kind of a thing. And then when they repost it, see what kind of stuff spins out. And then we'll use the threads feature in there, which is a bit of an ephemeral thing, but we can use the threads feature in Discord to post like small variations on ideas, which I think would be a fun thing.
You know what we could do also is whatever the winning track is, that's the track that needs to be sample flipped for next month.
I love it. I love it. Some good continuity there.
Yeah.
And we've got
Sort of
some
an
mad
exquisite corpse thing. Yeah.
we've got some mad geniuses in this community. So I could easily see something going from like ska to metal or from metal to orchestral or orchestral to breakbeat or yeah.
Yeah, because then even the votes might not just what's the quote unquote favorite bit of music, but also might be like what might be the most fun to flip next month.
Yeah,
So we could
exactly.
even-
So people are voting for various reasons. They could have a different agenda than the person voting next to them. Yes.
Right.
I like this. I like this. Whatever it is that we settle on, I want it to have continuity and flow. So we can like look back over time and say, oh wow, it started here. It was just this angry squirrel.
Yeah, you could have some element be audible like throughout the whole thing potentially, you know.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we'll get this conversation going, and I'd like people to participate in the conversation on Discord, and we'll figure out what it's going to be. It may not be perfect, and it may not be pretty the first time around, but yes, a never-ending story, Andromeda, exactly. But something that is something that you can jump into at any time. Yeah. All right. Before we leave, we should figure out who's streaming so we can drop you guys off, and we should thank DJ Empirical for taking a day off of work.
That's a half day.
And spending time with us. It's a half day.
Half day. I actually needed it because our AC's been out for a few weeks, and the last few days have been brutal here, and so my sleep has not been great. So I'm going to go take a nap after this.
Good for you. Good for you.
Get back to normal.
That's awesome. Good thinking. Let's go raid someone we haven't done in a long time. Let's see here. We've got Pete Star, Aaron Goldberg. Haven't seen him in a long time. Mr. Sketty. What you guys thinking? Let's go say hi to Mr. Sketty. Let's just see what he's working on today. Thank you all for filling our ear holes with awesome noise today. You guys make awesome things, and I appreciate you all. DJ Empirical, I appreciate you. Stick around for a sec. And
Sure,
I will see the
thing.
rest of you on Friday. Don't forget to drop your links early. It's Feedback Friday. I'll see you all on the flip. Peace out.